Hello, people of internet. I just finished filming my Korean video and I'm gonna switch over to English mode and I'm gonna start speaking English. Yay. Um, Today in Korean video, I talked about how just by being alive, we're doing like a good job with our lives because like life, it's like it's like it's all cause and effect. It's all cause and effect. Everything just happens. Everything that happens, it happens because there's a cause to it. And when you go back, when you follow all the cause and effects, there is an initial cause. Initial cause is in science what they call the Big Bang. And we didn't cause that cause. We didn't cause that cause. We didn't cause that original cause. We're just the effect. So when we're living our lives, basically means we're not in control of anything. We're not in control of anything. I mean, we it can feel like we're in control of everything when we're united with our souls, when we're one with the soul, when we're aligned with the soul and the source. That's when we have control because we're one with the source. We're one with the creative energy, and that's when what we want manifests. And before that, what we want usually, when we're divided, when we're separated with the source, what we want usually is out of reach. It moves farther away. It runs away from us. What we want usually when we're separated from the source. That happens so that we can. So it happens so that we can. It can lure us to reunite with our source. That's the purpose of it. Purpose of why wanting something runs away. That's the purpose of it. So, um, yeah. So there's people that say we're in control, and that talk about control, and there's people that say that talk about no, not we're not in control. They're both right. The people who say we're not in control are people that are separated with the source, but are ready to reunite with the source. There are people, but and people who are united with the source and speaking from the source's perspective, they talk about the the law of attraction and manifestation because whatever they want is in line with the source, with is in line with God. So that's why everything they want manifests because that's where the creation energy is. We are all one, so within that creation energy, we are in harmony with it. So whatever we want flows to us, and whatever flows to us, we want. And it's not like what comes first. It's like the chicken or the egg chicken first or the egg kind of thing. We when we're one with the source, we want what comes to us. It's not like we want it so it comes to us. No, we want what comes to us. That's what happens when we're in line, when we're one with the source, when we're one with the all, the one, or some may call God. But I'm still contemplating and thinking about what God really is. But because I feel the universe and I feel the universe and source in one, and this really all makes sense to me. But when people talk about God in the Bible, and when they talk about like some things that they see as what God is, like this entity that is here to judge us all and um to kind of, yeah, that when they talk about it in that kind of way, I don't really um I don't really resonate with it. But when people talk about God in a way where it's source and it's the all, is the world, is the universe, then I can relate to that. I feel that, I resonate with that. So that's why I'm trying to refrain from using the word God, because there's so many different people think when they talk about God, they think about so many different things depending on the person, right? So yeah. Well, I talked about so many things. Yeah, so like there's two different perspectives. There's perspectives of people who are separated from source, and there's perspectives from people who are one with the source. And when they talk about control, like obviously there's gonna be conflict, because people that are in one with God, they're gonna say there is control. You can do things. You can intend things, and think whatever you intend manifests. And people who are separated from source are gonna be like, no, whatever I intend runs away from me. So but usually those people are ready to are in the are about to be reunited with the source. They're in the threshold. They're about to cross that threshold where they're going to be reunited with source. But people who are not, who are separated from source, and that think that they had, and the people that do think they have control, are in the matrix, are in the illusion, or they're in the illusion that they're united with the source. I mean, and they're in the illusion of control, where they make money doing things that they don't want to do, and they think that they have control, but no, they really don't have control. They're not really happy with their lives. They're really they're dreading in their life, and like half the time they're dreading in their life, half the time they do receive some happiness, but with that 50% of happiness, what they come to a conclusion is, this deadlock conclusion they come up with is that they think that this is just how life is. Life is supposed to be hard. Life is supposed to be like this. So we have to do things that we don't want to do. We have to make money doing the things that we don't want to do. We have to make compromises. That's the conclusion they come up with, that stay with them for a long time, until they just cannot handle that 50% of dread anymore, until they just can't, until they get old, and until they're weak and the things that used to work don't work anymore, until they run out of their battery, because they're not plugged in with the source. They're running on battery. So when their battery diminishes, and when their battery's low, then they start, and things stop working out for them as it did when they were young. Then that's when they start looking for solutions that are different from what they're used to in the matrix. And that's when they start to see and search for the world outside, for the solution. That's when they start for a solution. And some people just give up, and they're just like, oh, this is just what life is. We just slowly die of old age, and we just disappear from the world, and this is the process of nature. And that's how they think. But actually, we do have a better life outside of that mindset, of that matrix mindset, which is being in alignment with source, which is what I was talking about at the start of the video. And that makes us healthier and just more energetic. We'll have more energy, and we'll be fulfilled. Like, the things that we want will be the things that come to us, and the things that, and therefore the things that we want, it seems like the things that we want comes to us, and we'll be just so happy and fulfilled. But until then, we need to make that shift. We need to make that shift in mindset. We have to go through a dark night of the soul, where our ego goes through a dying process, which is very painful and confusing. And to sit through all that and to live through all that is so painful. But we just have to let go. We just have to surrender at some point from what life and universe is doing to us, from what process that universe and life is creating within us. We have to surrender to that process, and eventually we will reach that point where we're one with the source, we're one with God, or the universe, and the one, everything. And the word for God in Korean is Hananim, which means the one being that we should look up to, the one being. And when I hear that, and when I really think deeply about it, I feel like it's the God itself in Korean is talking about that one source, that one consciousness that we're all part of, and we're separated from. But even in separation, we're part of it. We're still connected to it, because within that separation, by giving us desire to want things and have that desire just not work out, by having that desire not find fulfillment, because when we're in separation, the things that we want run away from us. The things that we repel the things that we want. By being it like that, it guides us towards being one with the source consciousness again. So there's no like one way of saying how to reconnect with the source consciousness. There's no one way. Everybody has a different path to reunion with your own soul, which is one with source. Everybody has different ways. So what I recommend people, usually what I tell people here on the video, is that you just got to stay alive. That's all you got to do. And then the nature that's within you will just do its process. Just the nature within you will just have that natural process happen. The natural process will naturally happen inside you as long as you're alive. And you'll feel resistant. You'll have resistance, and then you'll have a time where you let go of that resistance. But even when you're resisting, that's part of where you need to be. So sometimes, in knowing that you're still connected with source, sometimes you have to let go of trying to let go. Even sometimes you just have to let yourself resist, because that's just where you are right now. You just have to let yourself resist if you're feeling the resistance. And that is part of letting that natural process happen inside you. Letting go of the need to let go. Just letting yourself resist, because eventually you're going to let go. There, you have no choice but to let go. So just resist for the time being, because when you let go, you won't be able to have that experience of resisting again. So it's just good to just experience that moment of resistance. It's also an experience. So that's what I realized, because when you stress out about letting go, it just makes it harder for you to let go. So yeah, just freely resist, freely let go when the time comes, and see what happens. Just stay alive. That's all you need to do. You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. Whatever you do, whatever you worry about, whatever you attempt to do, whatever you try, nothing works. Nothing works. And if things work, whatever you intend manifest, then it's a sign that you're one with Source. And it's a sign that you're there. But I'm what am I like even talking about here? Because I'm not even there. I'm not even one with Source like that. But what do I know? But I just said whatever comes to my mind. It could be like a synthesis, organization of informations that I've been hearing from the videos that I watch on YouTube. It could be just the it could be from honestly, actually, it's probably not my first-hand experience. It's just what I'm wishing for it to happen. It's just a theory that I picked up from spiritual channels on YouTube. And because I watched so many of them, now, like, this whole theory of how it works, it's just kind of, it seems like I've understood the whole thing. But and yeah, obviously, like, I've tried to implement this to test it out in my own experience as well, and then I think it was aligned, and that's why it's probably coming out of my mouth right now. Yeah, so I mean, take what you will, take whatever comes, take whatever resonates, and yeah. So I just want to tell you that you're doing a good job just by being alive. You're doing a good job just by being alive, and that's gonna be the title of this video. Thank you very much. Bye.